Hi everyone, and thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Today I'm going to talk about a fighting game, not just any fighting game. This one's a real legend among fighting games. It's a little game called...
Get over here!
Well, I'm not going to tell you the name right away, but I'm sure you figured it out by now. I just want to quickly talk about two other games that I think are just as classic and just as important. First off is Street Fighter II, which, basically set the standard for all fighting games for the next God knows how many years. But this game was definitely classic, legendary, and in a league of its own. The next is Killer Instinct, which is the only reason I really own a Super Nintendo. And, it was the first time I ever saw a combo system in a fighting game. There might have been some before it, but this is the first one I remember, and this game was classic and awesome. And finally, the original, the only, one of the most important fighting games of all time, probably one of my favorite games of all time.
Get over here!
That's right, Mortal fucking Kombat. Now you might be looking at this game thinking, what? What is he talking about? But at the time, this game was insane. You'd be playing this with your friends. All you would ever hear is,
get over here!
And when you were finished playing the game, you just have fun beating the shit out of each other, trying to reenact what you just played. Now what made this game special and stand out so much in front of all these other fighting games was the models used for the actual characters were real live people, and I believe Mortal Kombat was the first to ever do this. Like, what you're seeing is actual people kicking the shit out of each other, and it led to a lot of controversy. When this game came out, I was probably, 7, 8, or 9 or something like that, and back then there was no ratings on anything. Well, movies, but there was no ratings on TV, there was no ratings on video games, and Mortal Kombat, along with a little game called Night Trap, were some of the top reasons why there's actually ratings on video games. Now, if you're not familiar with Night Trap, most people aren't because, it was only released on, certain consoles that weren't that popular, like 3DO, Sega CD. I still have mine. Look at this dusty piece of shit. Also on PC, but, if you're wondering what the whole big deal was, stick around for the whole video. It's at the very end. Now, this game was ported to pretty much every single console available. Sega, Super Nintendo, Game Gear, I think even Game Boy had its own version, but it definitely looked its best on Sega CD, but, most people didn't have one, so I can't even find my disc, but the Sega CD version had the best graphics, the best sound. It even came with a little music video at the beginning, and if you put the disc into a CD player, you could listen to all the awesome techno remixes of the Mortal Kombat songs, which you could probably find on YouTube somewhere. Now, the game was so popular, they ended up making 2 movies out of it, 3 if you include the animated one. But, they weren't the first people to make a video game-based movie, but the first Mortal Kombat movie was definitely one of the better examples. Now, I'm probably just telling you stuff you already know, so I'll just leave you with what you want to see. Fatalities, you sick bastards.
Finish him.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Thanks again for watching. And now the clip you've been waiting for.
Megan, this isn't gonna work. You're not scaring me. Wait. What are you doing?